Thank you for your patience. We're starting a bit later, but maybe you had a bit more time to chat with your neighbors, and you had a bit more time to have a coffee and a snack. So really, thank you for bearing with us, and thank you for understanding. I would like to, on behalf of the Victim Assistance Working Group here in Ukraine, that is co-chaired by DRC and HI, I would like to welcome you all to our Victim Assistance Coordination Roundtable here today. And when I look through the room, and when I also looked at the participants list and also online, I saw some familiar faces and familiar names, but I also saw some people who might not know me and what we're doing. So just very briefly, my name is Jakub Valenda. I'm managing our DRC Humanitarian Disarmament and Peacebuilding program, and I'm also responsible for victim assistance within our organization. I would like to say thank you very much already to all of you for coming, for attending this workshop, this roundtable, and also for being willing to contribute to shape the victim assistance sector as a whole here in Ukraine. I think your presence here and online underscores our collective commitment to ensuring that victims of explosive ordnance accidents and people with disabilities more broadly receive the support they need in the most adequate, effective and efficient manner possible. I'm also very happy to see that there is a very diverse array of organizations here in the room and also online. And I think it's great because I think your perspectives and I think your different experiences will not only enrich our discussions, but also contribute to the strength and depth of our collective efforts in the victim assistance sector. And before we delve into the objectives of this coordination roundtable, and before I say a little bit more about the context and what we're trying to achieve here, I would like to take a moment to extend our appreciation to our donor, SIDA, the Swedish International Development Cooperation Agency. And SIDA has been a very long-standing donor for us, and they have made this event possible, and we are very grateful for that. And we're also very happy to have a representative from SIDA here, Eric Pettersson. He is the Senior Program Manager of SIDA, and he is joining us online from Stockholm, and I'm very happy to welcome you here. Eric, can you hear and see us?
I can hear you very well, Jacob. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you perfectly. Thank you very much for being here. Eric, I will pass the virtual mic to you for your remarks. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And it's a bit strange to address a crowd like this on distance. I would have hoped to have been in Kiev, but unfortunately I'm in Stockholm, where I'm working, as Jacob said, at SIDA, which together with a couple of other government agencies in Sweden are supporting the long-term reform and recovery cooperation with Ukraine. So as mentioned by Jacob, we have been supporting DRC since 2018 in Ukraine, and since last year we have been able to expand this support to also include important work on victim assistance. As you all know, the explosive ordnances and other explosive weapons used by Russia in this war will have a very long-term and impact on Ukraine, and all of your work to help the victims of this aggression and of the weapons will be and is very important. So I would like to thank you all for participating in these discussions and for all the important work that is done. So just a brief word on the Swedish support to Ukraine. It's it's the first time since 1939 to 1940 that Sweden is supporting another country with weapons, and of course there's a lot more need on that front. But for myself, we're working at SIDA. We are doing our best to support Ukraine on the development side with both the acute needs related to Ukraine in this situation, but also to help Ukraine in the process of EU accession. Particularly on mine action, Sweden has supported Ukraine with approximately $28 million worth of support since 2022, and that's been mainly through three different components. One is our support to the Danish Refugee Council and part of the event today. We also have support to UNDP's mine action programs, which also includes victim assistance. And then we have had quite a lot of support through the Swedish Civil Contingencies Agency, which is another government agency in Sweden that's focusing, is providing support on with equipment and also expertise on mine action. So with that, I would just hope that you will have good discussions today, and that you bring together all your experience from working in your different organization, and that we share what lessons you have learned, and to bring it together to jointly do the best support we can for Ukrainians in need. Thank you, Jacob, for giving me the floor. Back to you.
Great. Thank you very much, Eric, for your remarks, and also for the very nice words to the participants of the roundtable. We're looking forward to seeing you in Kiev whenever you're here, and also we're looking forward to maybe seeing you at least partially in one of the breakout sessions online. I would like to now pass the floor to our DRC country director here in Ukraine, Julian Zakrzewski, that will also deliver his remarks just now. Floor is yours. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Jakob, and good morning, everyone. Good morning, colleagues. It is great, as Jakob mentioned, really, it's great to see so many faces in the room, but also colleagues joining us online, of course. I would like to welcome you on my side as well to the first roundtable on victim assistance in 2024, following, I think, a number of very successful and constructive roundtables in 2023 already. This will not be the last one, though, and Eric mentioned this with the support of SIDA, who plays a key role really in this. We have the plan to organize many more. SIDA not only supports DRC and our humanitarian mine action program, but also the victim assistance work that we do, and plays a key role in ensuring that we can continue these roundtables in 2024 and beyond. I'd also like to express our appreciation to colleagues from HI and UNDP for supporting this event through the facilitation of 2 breakout sessions, bringing in their expertise really as key global players when it comes to victim assistance. As Eric mentioned also, it is great to see such a diverse group, and I think Jakob alluded to this as well, of attendance, really representing different organizations and different stakeholders. And I think the diversity really reflects the needs of victims of explosive ordinances. They are often complex, multifaceted, and last behind the demining process. And that is, I think, also why long-term solutions are critical. And the roundtable, as well as the victim assistance working group, I think provides a great opportunity to enhance that collaboration, to seek these long-term solutions, share expertise, learn from other contexts and organizations, so that victims or survivors can get the best possible and fastest support. With that, I wish for just as Eric, for a very constructive and successful discussion today, and very much look forward to seeing the outcome of that roundtable today. Thank you all for your active participation.
Thanks a lot, Julian, and thanks also, Eric, for your remarks. I think your emphasis on the importance of coordination and collaboration and exchange really resonates with the core mandate and objectives of the Victim Assistance Working Group and also of the Coordination Roundtables. Just a little bit of context, the Victim Assistance Working Group is relatively young. It started in 2023, pretty much around the same time, so we might be celebrating our birthday, maybe, these days. We don't know when exactly we were born. But since then, the working group has been serving as a platform for victim assistance stakeholders from both the international community, but also for government agencies and also for Ukrainian organizations of different types. The working group also intends to play a vital role in coordinating victim assistance services, facilitating the sharing of information on needs and priorities, and highlighting resourcing gaps among its members and relevant stakeholders in the victim assistance context. Additionally, it advocates for and supports the development of victim assistance standards, regulations, and initiatives. So while the Victim Assistance Working Group, on the one hand, is a bit smaller group that is comprised of victim assistance providers, mine action operators, and some expert organizations, the roundtable, on the other hand, as we're attending here today, is a format that is intended to broaden the dialogue and to also exchange with a wider audience of organizations. We have organized, as Julian said, 3 roundtables last year. This is our 4th, and we're looking to implement many more with the support of all of you and with your participation in the next months and maybe years to come. Sergey will say more about this in a bit, but you can find more information about the roundtables online on our Relief Web site. I will not tell you the link now, but you can just easily scan the QR code on your name badge, and then you will be directed to the site. But enough of advertisement here. Back to the roundtable. As you have seen, the 2 breakout sessions today center around financial assistance and advocacy. They're both facilitated respectively by HI and by UNDP. We chose those topics not just like that, but we basically chose those topics based on feedback from previous roundtables, but also from working assistance, victim assistance working group meetings. And we also take into consideration, of course, feedback from our beneficiaries, from our victim assistance activities. And the aim of those 2 sessions is not only to share experiences and approaches, but also to lay the groundwork for the development of unified standards that will guide victim assistance stakeholders in their activities. Especially when it comes to financial assistance to explosive ordnance victims, but also to people with disabilities more broadly. We, and I think many of you here in the room, but also online, have noted that there is a variety of different approaches, different methodologies that lead to a wide range of payment amounts that are being given to victims or to beneficiaries. Sometimes those amounts range from a couple of $100s to several $1,000s in some very extreme cases. So this variability, of course, might, I'm not saying it is, but might disadvantage explosive ordnance victims and other beneficiaries, and does not promote transparency in the sector that we all should be striving for the sake of the beneficiaries that we're intending to support. Therefore, the session on financial assistance, facilitated by HI, will kick off, hopefully, a process to develop guidelines, hopefully endorsed by relevant stakeholders, ensuring transparency and fairness in the sector. Similarly, as you all know, joint advocacy efforts are deemed essential for driving policy change and achieving a coordinated and comprehensive response in the victim assistance sector. Therefore, the session on advocacy, facilitated by UNDP experts, aims to facilitate not only exchange on advocacy efforts, exchange on key topics to advocate for, but also we hope to also develop based on those findings of today's work groups to develop key recommendations, guidelines, fostering a supportive environment for explosive ordnance victims and people with disabilities. Now, before I pass the floor to my colleague Sergey, who will say a little bit more about organizational issues, technical issues, safety and accessibility, I just would like to say that after the breakout sessions, we will all come back to the plenary and you will have the opportunity to engage with everyone here. All the findings of the 2 breakout sessions will be shared, so you can ask questions to those people who have been working on the other topic that you didn't sign up to attend. And of course, those who are here in person, oops, very sorry, I got excited there. Those who are here in person will have the opportunity to take a group picture in the end, sort of like a family photo, if you want. Now, I will hand the mic over to Sergey for some organizational aspects, and then after this, we really delve into the working groups and working financial assistance and advocacy. And I wish you all a very good roundtable and looking forward to discussing you further in the next hours. Thank you very much.
Hello, everyone, dear colleagues. Indeed, I will say a couple of words about the technicalities at this event. Please be attentive. Speaking of safety, we are currently below the ground level, and this building is situated in such a way that on this side we are below the ground. On the other hand, we have access of light on the other side. In case of air raid alert, we truly hope that it's gonna be safe here, but also there is a shelter here. If you think it is necessary, just follow the arrows and go downstairs. But we will hope we will be safe today. Also, if you need any kind of help today while you are participating at this event, please find our team members. They are wearing these DRC logos, and whatever questions you have about the premises, about logistics, please ask your questions at any time. Also, a couple of words about our agenda. As Jakub has rightly mentioned, we are planning to work a lot, so please follow the group that you are registered for. We are here in the room that's going to discuss session 1 or section 1, financial support. You are going to stay here and work here. Those who have registered for advocacy, please find the room on the opposite side of this floor. And in case you have not picked the discussion section yet, please do so and take part in the discussions. We are going to have a break at 11:30. You will be able to have some coffee, to have some snacks. We will welcome you for this part near this room number 1. In case you smoke, please remember that there is a special designated smoking place outside this building. Please use it for smoking if you need. After the coffee break, we are going to continue working in these sessions. So this will be hopefully quite a fruitful day, and we will direct all of our efforts to work in these sessions. Once we complete our discussions, we come back, have some final discussion, some final Q&A, and so please be active in that part as well. Also, for those who are joining us online, we are watching closely the chance of your participation. In case you have any questions or comments, raise your hand virtually and you are able to comment, ask questions, express any ideas you have during the discussions. In case you have any questions, please do ask them. We are planning to finish by 2 p.m. and hopefully we will do this on time. If you have no questions right now, I will kindly ask all those who have registered to take part in the advocacy section. Please find your room and start your discussion. Thank you so much and see you very soon in the end of this event.